Good morning, class 11th business study. As you know, we have already started the topic types of business organization or forms of business organization. Today we are doing Hindu undivided family or joint Hindu family business. It is a business which is run by joint Hindu family. What is the meaning of joint Hindu family? A family which is living together, where many brothers are living in a family and they are jointly doing a business. The business carried out by the members of a joint Hindu undivided family is known as joint Hindu family business or Hindu undivided family business. This kind of business is not governed by any kind of industrial or company act, but it is governed by Hindu Succession Act 1956. Hindu Succession Act 1956, and which exists under Hindu law. The two main conditions of this Hindu joint Hindu family business is, number one, there must be minimum 2 male members. Remember, male members must be there, and existence of some ancestral property. Ancestral property means the property which is coming from our forefathers, जो हमारे दादा परदादाओं से चलती आ रही है. When these two conditions satisfied, and if a family wants to do under the heading of joint Hindu family business, then only they can do this business. The members who share the ancestral property and who are entitled to get a share in the profit of joint Hindu family business are also known as co-partners. That is, the head of the family is known as Karta and the other member of the families are known as co-partners. All the decisions are taken by Karta in this kind of business. What are the features? Number one, formation. As I told, for the formation of joint Hindu family business, there should be at least 2 members and both members must be male, not women at all. And ancestral property must be there in order to do the business. Whenever any member is taking birth in the family, from that day, from his birth date, he becomes member of the business. As I told, it is run under Hindu Succession Act 1956. Number 2, liability. The liability of Karta, the main head of the family, his liability is unlimited and the liability of other members is limited up to their share. The Karta's liability is unlimited, so his personal assets can also be sold to pay the outside liabilities. I think you understood. Control. The joint Hindu family business is managed and controlled by senior most member of the family, as I told, who is known as Karta. Only Karta has legal right to enter into contract with outsiders. और किसी भी प्रकार का कोई बिजनेस डिसीजन लेना है तो वो सारे डिसीजन कर्ता के द्वारा लिए जाते हैं, हेड ऑफ द फैमिली के द्वारा लिए जाते हैं. ही ओनली टेक्स ऑल द डिसीजन ऑफ बिजनेस. अदर मेंबर्स हैव नो राइट टू टेक पार्ट इन द डिसीजन. एंड नेक्स्ट इज माइनर मेंबर. दिस इज अनदर इम्पोर्टेंट फीचर ऑफ जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली बिजनेस कि even a minor becomes the member of the business as he take birth in the family. So this is all about joint Hindu family business or Hindu undivided family business. This was the second form of business organization. Now today we are starting the third forms of business organization, which is known as partnership. Up to a limited size sole trade business can be a successful source to do the business. But when we want to expand our business at a large scale in different part of the country or in a state or in cities, then we have to convert our sole trade business into partnership. So what is partnership? Partnership is an association of 2 or more persons who agreed to jointly pursue a business. जब 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा लोग मिल करके किसी बिजनेस को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं तो that is known as partnership. A very nice definition is given by the partnership, the Indian Partnership Act 1932. What is partnership? It is an relation between 2 or more persons who have agreed to share the profit which is earned by all or any of them acting for all. What does it mean? It means the minimum two members must be there to run a business. There must be some agreement between them, and they will divide the profit among them. Which profit? Which is earned by all. What is the meaning of earned by all? It means suppose there are three partners and all are actively take part in the business activity. It means profit is earned by all, and any one of them acting for all. It means sometime instead of all partners, one or two partners do actively the business. Even one partner is actively does the business, but the profit will be shared by all. So this is known as meaning of partnership. This definition is a nice one which you have to learn. Now features. What are the features of partnership? Number one, formation. A partnership is formed under the Partnership Act 1932. As I told you, there must be minimum two members to start a partnership business, and those two members must have a partnership deed, or they must have a written agreement between them. This written agreement becomes the partnership deed. If they have written agreement between them, so in future they can avoid any kind of conflict which may arise in future. That's why they must have written agreement. In this agreement, all the rules of business are are written, and this partnership business must be a lawful business. Lawful means which is not illegal in eyes of law, and their purpose should be profit. If two or more persons join together not to earn profit but to some charitable purpose, so that kind cannot be included in partnership. So this is the first feature of partnership. Okay, there must be minimum two members with written agreement, with a lawful business, and the business must be for profit motive. Next is liability. The liability of all partners in the partnership business is unlimited. What is the meaning of unlimited? As I told in case of sole trade, here also the liability of all members is unlimited. It means in case of heavy losses, if firm's assets are not sufficient to make the payment, then their private property can be used. That is unlimited liability. Next is risk bearing. Each partner is liable for the risk or the loss which occurred in the business according to the profit sharing ratio which they have decided. In case no ratio is given, then all partners will be sharing that loss in equal ratio. Next is decision making. Whenever any decision is to be taken in the partnership business, each partner has right to take part in that decision. Actively, he can ask other partners, my suggestion must also be taken. I will also take part, whatever decision I want to take. They may decide their own area in the partnership business, who is going to deal in which activity. In that case, then that partner will be taking decision for his or her activity. Generally, day-to-day management is carried by one or two partners. Day-to-day means day-to-day activities. But when crucial decisions are to be taken, then those crucial decisions must be taken by the consent of all partners. Next is continuity. Normally, the longevity of partnership business depends upon partners. Many times when any partner retire or any partners died, they have to wind up their business. But if remaining partners want to continue their business, they can continue. For example, A, B and C are partners. C dies, but A and B want that we will continue our business, so they can continue. Otherwise, the continuity or the longevity of the business is less. As any of the partner died, it has also to be closed down. Number of partners, as I told earlier also, there must be minimum two members to start a partnership business. And what could be the maximum strength of that members? According to Company Act 2013, it can be up to 100, but another amendment take place in 2014. According to that, it should be 50. More than 50 members if are there in a partnership business, then that cannot be considered as lawful partnership. And the last feature of partnership is mutual agency relationship. What is the meaning of mutual agency relationship? It means each partner is owner as well as agent of each other. What is the meaning of agent and owner of each other? Agent means if there are three partners A, B, C, if B and C are outside the business, then A will be representing B and C, and he has right to take each kind of every decision for the betterment of the business. That means he is agent of B and C. And when B and C will come and they will join back the business, they have right to ask from A what kind of business was done by A in their absence, what decision was taken by A in their absence. So in this way we can say that each partner is agent as well as owner of each other. So these were few features of partnership business. So in this video we discussed two things. Number one is another form of business that is Hindu undivided family business, and the third business we have started is partnership business. Thank you very much.